And so we return to Nick
Protect
Valentine
and serve.
and this bitch. And the other guy, where is he? There you are.
Don't you have work to be doing?
Shut up. So yeah, basically what I've decided is to choose from certain groups. Get help to build the signal, and I have to choose between these three. So what I want to do is do the Brotherhood, but I'm not too sure what they'll do about Nick Valentine, who's helped me, so might talk to the Minutemen because they seem very, like, by themselves, if you know what I mean. The Railroads I don't really care for because until like 2 minutes ago I didn't know who the hell they were. So I'm gonna talk to the Minutemen and see what happens.
Can you take a look at these schematics? A scientist named Virgil said they could get me inside the Institute.
The Institute? Why in the world would you want to mess around with them?
My son.
They kidnapped my son.
Damn. That's some bad business. Even for them. We'll give you whatever help we can. Don't worry about that. If anyone can make heads or tails of those plans, it'd be Sturgis. I haven't found anything yet that he couldn't build or fix.
Okay, so I talked to the Minutemen, just gotta talk to Sturgis, he's in there.
Preston thought you might be able to figure out these plans for me.
Sure thing. Let's see what you've got.
Here you go.
Here you go.
Wow, what a mess. Looks like, encrypted RF transmissions. So that gets routed through... What the hell? Teleportation. This is some pretty crazy shit. You sure it's for real?
Yeah, can you
I
build it?
got this from someone who should know what he's talking about. Can you build it, or not?
Well, yeah. I think so. The eggheads never think about the nuts and bolts of actually making something work. But, looks like it's all here. Yeah. But, you can get started on what he calls a stabilized reflector platform.
Okay, what do I need
Can
to
you
get?
give me a list of what I'll need to build this platform?
Yeah, sure. Here's a list of what you'll need for the first piece. While you're working on that, I'll get busy figuring out how to actually build the rest of this thing. Find a nice open building site with lots of power available.
Just position it correctly.
Sturgis.
How's it going? Did you find a good spot to build your signal interceptor?
Yeah. Ready to build the rest of it.
Good. I think I got a handle on this crazy contraption. At least as much as I can tell. Until we actually try to build it, here's a list of 3 things that may be harder to find. I think I'll be able to pull together everything else we're gonna need. I'll meet you over at the building site and see if we can actually make this thing work. Just gotta make sure we've got enough power.
And it looks like it.
Once we got everything in place,
Yeah,
we'll
we
have
do.
to hook it all up to the same power grid.
It looks like some sort of fucking Nazi zombie contraption, but sure.
Hey, Sturgis.
Everything looks good on my end. You ready to see if this thing actually works?
Let's do this.
You sure? Okay. I'll start scanning for an Institute signal to lock onto. Then, I fire her up and we see what happens. Getting
seems
cold
like
feet? I don't blame you.
Yeah, I definitely am getting cold feet because holy fuck. Well then.
Just get on the platform. I'll do the rest.
Well, here goes nothing.
Okay. Hold real still. I don't want any corruption of the molecular beam.
Yeah, neither do I.
By the way, I figured this was a golden opportunity to find out as much as we can about the Institute and what they're up to. This holotape's all set with a program that will scan their network and download anything it finds.
Got it.
Uh-oh. Yeah, we better hurry. And don't worry about that tubing wiggling around. It's, just there for decoration. Okay.
Damn.
Scanning for the Institute signal. Got it. Hold on to your butt.
Oh, this seems like Half-Life all over again. Where am I? Where am I? Well, I'm somewhere. Give holotape status. Okay. What the hell do I do now?
Hello. I wondered if you might make it here. I am known as Father. The Institute is under my guidance. I know why you're here. I'd like to discuss things with you face to face. Please, Step into the elevator.
Well then.
I can only imagine what you've heard, what you think of us.
Yeah, pretty much.
I'd like to show you that you may have the wrong impression.
Oh, joy.
Welcome to the Institute. This is the reality of the Institute. This place, these people, the work we do. For over 100 years, we've dedicated ourselves to humanity's survival. Decades of research, countless experiments and trials, a shared vision of how science can help shape the future. And our actions are often misinterpreted by those above ground. Someday, perhaps, we can show them what we've accomplished. But for now, we must remain underground. I'd like to talk to you about what we can do for everyone. But that can wait. You are here for a specific, very personal reason. You are here for your son.
Right, oh, here he is.
Sean?
Huh? Yes, I'm Sean.
Sean? Oh my god. It's really you.
I look into my power armor. I'm your dad.
Sean, it's me. I'm your dad.
Father, what's going on? What's happening?
It'll be okay.
It'll be okay, Sean. I'm here now.
I think he's yelling for the other guy.
Go away! Father! Father, help me! There's someone here, help me!
Calm
Sean,
down.
please, calm down. I'll get you out of there.
Father? Father, help me! He's trying to take me!
Shut up. You.
Sean. S923, recall code Cirrus.
What the fuck did you just do?
But disappointing. The child's responses were not at all what I anticipated. He's a prototype. I recognize that you are emotional, and that your journey here has been fraught with challenges. Let's start anew. I am Father. Welcome to the Institute.
Help me understand what's going on here.
I promised answers, and answers you shall have. But I need you to realize that this situation is far more complicated than you could have imagined. You have traveled very far, and suffered a great deal to find your son. Well, your tenacity and dedication have been It's good to finally meet you.
Oh, I didn't even
After all this time. It's me. I am Sean. I am your son.
What? I don't know. My fucking head is across the wall.
Are you following?
No, I'm taking it in, but how?
How is that even possible?
I know this is a lot to take in. In the vault, you had no concept of the passage of time.
Fair enough.
You were released from your pod and went searching for the son you'd lost. But then you learned that your son was no longer an infant, but a 10-year-old boy. You believed that 10 years had passed.
Yeah.
Is it really so hard to accept that it was not 10, but 60 years?
60?
That is the reality. And here I am, raised by the Institute, and now its leader.
But if he was taken away, and it was 60 years, how the fuck was Kellogg still alive? Explain that. How?
They stole you. Kidnapped you. Wasn't right.
Right, wrong, irrelevant. It was necessary. The Institute believed humanity's future depended on it. At that time, the year 2227, the Institute had made great strides in synth production. But it was never enough. Scientific curiosity and the goal of perfection drove them ever onward. What they wanted was the perfect machine.
But
So they followed the best example thus far. The human being.
I'm lost.
Yeah, you lost me. I don't see the point of any of this.
Yeah.
You don't see the connection. Let me try to explain. The Institute endeavored to create synthetic organics. The most logical starting point, of course, was human DNA. Plenty of that was available, of course. But it had all become corrupted. In this wasteland, radiation affected everyone. Even in their attempts to shield themselves from the world above, members of the Institute had been exposed. Another source was necessary. But then the Institute found me, after discovering records from Vault 111. An infant, frozen in time, protected from the radiation-induced mutations that had crept into every other human cell in the Commonwealth. I was exactly what they needed. And so it was my DNA that became the basis of the synthetic organics used to create every human-like synth you see today. I am their father. Through science, we are family. The synths, me, and you.
I am really fucking confused, but... so much time.
60 years. So much time. Wasted.
I know. I know you must have questions. Please. Anything I can do to help you understand.
Kellogg, that is a good point. If Kellogg is 60 years younger than he looks, how is he still a
Kellogg? He worked for you?
Kellogg. He was an Institute asset long before I arrived here. It wasn't until I became director that I learned of all the things he'd done. What kind of man he was.
You used him?
You knew the man was a psychopath, but you used him anyway?
Would you have preferred that I turned him loose on the Commonwealth? At least keeping him on a short leash kept the collateral damage to a minimum. The Institute took advantage of Kellogg's vicious nature. I will freely admit that. Institute technology prolonged his life, and his usefulness far beyond any normal human lifespan. He never failed the Institute. But his cruelty became more apparent with every completed objective. I won't lie. It's no coincidence your path crossed his. It seemed a fitting way to allow you, us, to have some amount of revenge. What else can I say to ease your mind?
So Kellogg was probably a few hundred years old anyways, because he was like mostly the Institute, right? Got it. That makes sense. I'm fine, but your ma.
Her mother. She never got to see you grow up?
Yes. What happened to her was... I've gone over the records of the incident, of course. It seems her death was an unfortunate bit of collateral damage.
Collateral damage? Is that all she was to you?
What would you have me say? The world is a dangerous place?
I failed that.
Although I think maybe it always was. It's just a bit more honest about it now. For many years, I never questioned who my parents were. I accepted my situation, and that was that. With old age comes regret. And asking what if more often. But what matters now is that you and I have a chance to begin again. What else can I say to ease your mind?
Sure, tell me about the Institute, because, you know.
So you're in charge of the Institute?
I am the acting director, yes. I spent decades working to reach this point. It's a responsibility I take very seriously. The Institute. It's important. It really is humanity's best hope for the future, no matter what those above ground might think of us.
But why you, to be honest? Because you were like...
Director? Why you?
I was the most qualified for the position. Obviously.
How?
I've lived my life within these walls. Dedicated to science like every other member of the Institute. My hard work has paid off. Ultimately, the Commonwealth has nothing to fear from us. Whatever you've seen or heard, I know I can convince you of that. Just give me time. I know there's more for us to discuss. But the Institute is on the verge of some important breakthroughs. Your presence would be appreciated as we approach them. I've been a part of something amazing here. I've helped to build a life for myself and the people of the Institute. And now, after all these years, you have an opportunity to help with that. Doesn't that intrigue you? Isn't that what you want?
Stay here, question mark.
You want me to stay here? In the Institute?
Yes, that is what I propose. Is it so hard to imagine? The Institute can provide a better life than anything above ground. You've been in the Commonwealth. You've seen what it's like. I assure you that you are better off with us.
True.
Things are pretty terrible up there.
I've seen it myself. I know. That is why we are so committed to creating a better life for ourselves here. And it's a life that you can now be part of. I simply ask that you give the Institute, me, a chance. A chance to show you what I've been telling you. We really do have humanity's best interest at heart.
So
Will
you
you
keep
take
saying.
that chance?
Fuck it, I'll take it.
Alright.
Thank you. The Institute is now your home, as much as it is mine. Please take some time, get to know it. Meet the people you'll be working with. You'll want to introduce yourself to the division heads. Dr. Fillmore in Facilities. Dr. Ayo in SRB.
Oh, yeah, fucking
Dr. Holdren
Bioscience.
in Bioscience. And finally, Dr. Lee in Advanced Systems. They've all been notified of your arrival, of course. Meet them, and then we'll discuss what comes next.
So, this is a synth, but it isn't my son. He is my son, because it was 60 years rather than 10. The reason why I was questioning it is because Kellogg was pretty much, like, middle-aged, I guess. But because he had an extended lifespan, that's why he lived longer, and that's why he was here before. Well, time to meet everyone. Well, it turns out there wasn't really much interesting stuff. Instead I went to search for Virgil's gear. So, don't know where that came. Where am I going? I'm lost already. Yeah, maybe? No.
That's it.
Oh, what? Didn't mean to do that. Where am I? Okay, arc reactor. The hell happened in here?
Resetting threat level. Negative sensor read. Scanner's clear.
That's it.
What? That was easy.
Perimeter movement detected. Possible stealth unit in the AO.
Not at all. Ah, hey, what the fuck are you? That's got me cornered.
Running close quarters subroutine.
Oh, Jesus Christ, I can't move.
Order. Kilo India.
What the fuck? That thing is OP. And unlock the door. Okay, time to put my stealth boy on. That thing is fucking terrifying.
Engaging target.
Oh, fuck off. Fuck you.
No order.
Why is there an empty room? Oh, Power Fist. I forgot about this. Oh, this thing is so OP. Pow! Yeah! Oh, finally. Did not work out how I wanted it to.
There we go.
Ah, there we go. Fucking hell. Okay, now I get the door. Just get my gun out just in case. Whoa. There's a bunch of Virgils. That sounds so wrong. Experimental serum. Oh, okay, I found the thing for thingy then. Oh, it's so easy to get lost.
Now that you've had a chance to see the Institute firsthand, what do you think?
It's not too bad.
You've got technology here that I never dreamed possible. It's amazing.
I'm glad you can appreciate what we've accomplished. None of it has been easy. Ultimately, all our knowledge and resources are focused on a single goal. The goal is best summarized by our motto: mankind redefined. Unfortunately, no advancement comes without occasional setbacks. As remarkable as our synths are, they can be dangerous without proper supervision.
So you're
The
admitting
superior
this shit.
synth mind and body attempting to wrestle with something approaching free will can be a recipe for chaos. When you see what I have to show you, I think you'll agree that we know what is best for our synths. A rogue synth has taken over the Raider gang at Libertalia. His memories have been erased, and his identity altered. He believes he's a man named Gabriel. Under his leadership, the Raiders have taken many innocent lives. I've dispatched a courser to Libertalia. I'd like you to join him and reclaim that synth.
We'll bring that synth home.
That would be best for everyone. Now you should get moving. Many people are in danger, and a delay could cost lives.
Well, I think we could leave this episode here. Done a bit of crazy shit. And the Institute got in, fucking teleporters and all sorts of stuff from Sanctuary. I don't even know anymore. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.